We have had a really good year in 2016. As the year is drawing to a close, we've had a lot of success with fundraising. We've got great grants. Each year, Historic New England presents one award to each of the 6 New England states. So 6 awards in total. And we were actually this year's lone recipient from the state of Vermont, which was an incredible honor because there are so many very worthy historic preservation projects throughout the state. But I think it does sort of speak to the strength of this relationship, and the building itself is something that they want to see succeed. We have people throughout the country now looking at the schoolhouse and wanting to take care of it. It's really exciting.
I'm Ken Torino, Manager of Community Engagement and Exhibitions at Historic New England. I'm delighted to be at the Root District Schoolhouse today on this beautiful fall day here in Norwich. And I'm here to present a check for a preservation project to the state of Vermont. These preservation grants that Historic New England gives are given to each of the New England states, and this is highly competitive. So we're very pleased that the winners for the state of Vermont are here in Norwich at the Root District Schoolhouse. And with me today are some of the board members of the Root District, but I'm going to turn this over before I present the check to Brian, who will introduce himself and the board members.
So first of all, thank you, Ken, and thank you, Historic New England. My name is Brian Cook. I'm the president of the Root District Game Club. And joining me, we have Jean Law, Susie Wallace, John Law, and Courtney Dobbins. They're all members of the board of directors of the Game Club. And some of you have been fighting to preserve this building for decades, and it really feels like we're on the verge of finally succeeding and rebuilding this foundation and reopening it for the community to use for the first time since 2011. And Historic New England support is so important to actually having this happen next year. So thank you, Ken.
And I'm here to present the Community Preservation Grant. I'm going to give it to Jean. Congratulations, and here you go.
Well, thank you so much, and thanks to Historic New England.
Back over the last, I think it was first started getting used as a community center in 1952, and they've just hosted a wide range of events, like screened little movies, and had game nights, and had drum classes and dance classes, and so we're just hoping that just sort of that variety of experience can happen there. Right now, you hear a lot about just this loss of community. It doesn't seem like people are connecting the way that they used to, a couple generations ago. And I think that a space like this just creates opportunities for people who live in a neighborhood who may not know each other very well and who may just sort of have very different interests or politics or whatever, to actually get together, to physically get together and get to know each other. And so I think that when the rest of our lives just have us sometimes feeling isolated and sometimes feel really busy, I think that this space, the schoolhouse, could create opportunities for people just to kind of slow down and get to know their neighbors. And I think that in the big picture, I think that is really important right now. I'm really excited about this project, obviously because of the schoolhouse. I think that the building is just a treasure and deserves to be protected. But I'm also very excited for the people who have been part of the Root District Game Club for decades, who have been working to save this building. We have, for example, just in our sort of core group of officers, Jean Law, John Law, Susie Wallace. They first started attending events at the schoolhouse in the 1960s. And especially in the 1970s, the schoolhouse was going through a similar tough time with the foundation, and they really needed to raise some money among the neighbors to repair the foundation. And Jean Law especially was right in the middle of that effort. And so they've been fighting to deal with the foundation and save the building for at least for more than 40 years. And it will just be very satisfying to me when next year, if we're able to actually do this work and fix the foundation, to see the work that they started so long ago actually get completed. I'll be really happy for them.